Okay, so here's the Year 7 Christmas revision booklet, and everything that's in this booklet will be a version of what's going to be on your Christmas test. Now, the first section that you're going to come across is on algebra, okay, and solving equations. So the first question says solve 2y equals 8, and that means 2 times the number that you're looking for equals 8. Now, when we solve equations, we work with opposites. So if it's a times by y on this side, we should divide by 2 on both sides to get y on its own. So if I do 2y divided by 2 and 8 divided by 2, I have divided by 2 on both sides of the equation. Now I can simplify this because 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we get that y equals 4. Let me write that in on the solution, and then we would get 1 mark for that question. Okay, the next one, solve t minus 4 equals 7. So a number that I'm looking for, take away 4, gives me the answer of 7. Now, because I've got to take away 4 on this side, I need to add 4 to both sides to get t on its own. So we do t minus 4 plus 4 equals 7 plus 4. The minus 4 and the plus 4 make 0, so I'm just left with t on this side. 7 plus 4 equals 11, so t equals 11. Okay, the next one, solve x divided by 4 equals 3. So this means I start with a number, when I divide it by 4, I get the answer of 3. Okay, again, we're going to work with opposites. So on this side, I have a divide by 4. So to get rid of this divide by 4, I need to multiply both sides by 4. So I get 4 times x divided by 4 equals 3 times 4. The 4 and the 4 divide to make 1. So I'm just left with x equals 12. Okay. This last bit, 5 bracket t minus 3 equals 25. We need to expand these brackets first before we can solve the equation. That's why it's worth 2 marks. Okay, so to expand the brackets means to multiply everything on the outside by everything on the inside. So first thing we do 5 multiplied by t to get 5t. We do 5 multiplied by 3 to get 15. And because there's a minus on the inside of the bracket, we put a minus between these two values. Then we put that equals to 25. Okay, now this is what we call a 2-step equation, because now I need to do a further 2 steps before I can find my value of t. Now when we solve equations, we always work with the minus or the plus first. So at the moment, I've got 5 times a number take away 15 equals 25. Now I'm going to add 15 to both sides. Okay, so now this minus 15 and plus 15 is going to make 0. So I'm left with 5t on this side. 25 plus 15 is 40. Okay, so now we're back to an example like the start example. So 5 times a number gives me 40. I have to divide both sides by 5. 5 divided by 5 equals 1. 40 divided by 5 equals 8. So t equals 8.